Joe Biden is set to pick Secretary Marsha Fudge. Marsha Fudge, trying to get on his identity crap again, being Mr. I'm going to put black people in my cabinet, yet I'm going to put Tom Vilsack, former agriculture secretary, who then fired an innocent black woman from the agricultural department in Georgia because Andrew Breitbart, the main guy of Breitbart, the scammer, put out a fake video about her, and then he took that and used that to fire her. Yeah, okay, that's me. I'm Mr. Diversity. Shut up, Joe. Anyway, I want to start this video on a positive note. You're like, how? You just started by talking crap about Joe Biden. Oh, I got you. This is how excited I am for this. So Joe Biden is set, according to James Clyburn, who I just talked about, ruining it for Bernie Sanders. Well, part of it was him. Anyway, he says that Joe Biden is possibly going to pick Marsha Fudge for the secretary position for I don't know if it's, I think it's housing and urban development. But okay, not really where she needs to be. She needs to be in agriculture, but of course not. Anyway, okay, so Nina Turner. Well, so Marsha Fudge is in Ohio, and she is in, I think she's in Cleveland, but either way, she is in a district where Nina Turner, the former co-chair of Bernie Sanders, was in. Oh, take a look at that. Hey, Nina Turner. Well, Nina Turner has been said to run for that seat, and I love this. I would love Nina Turner to run. Nina Turner is a great option. She's already got allies like Ro Khanna saying she should run, saying I've encouraged her. She's for the working class. She's for workers. You got Cori Bush already saying, hey, Secretary Marsha Fudge and Congresswoman Nina Turner has a nice ring to it. Hell yeah, it does. But here's why I'm excited about Nina Turner. Here's the thing. Nina Turner stands up for the workers. Not for corporate donors, not for, wine cave fundraisers, not for Wall Street, not for big pharma, not for, big, corporations anywhere, not in any industry. The only industry she stands for is for the working class, that kind of industry. She wouldn't take money from anybody but you, the working class people of Ohio, okay? Now, I'm not sure if people are watching from Ohio, but if you know people that are working in Ohio, you tell them about Nina Turner. You find out what district she's in, and you tell them about her. She needs to be there, okay? She's not going to be taking corporate money. She's going to say, F you, Foxconn, F you, ExxonMobil, F you, the pharmaceutical companies and insurance corporations and defense contractors. And the military-industrial complex and the prison-industrial complex. By the way, Joe Biden doesn't say that. And so, now, could you see Nina Turner run for president? I think she could. Could she run for president? Sure. If Joe Biden doesn't last an entire 8 years, because he's old, he's senile, he's demented, he's a walking death rattle, as Jimmy Dore calls him. I mean, he's just demented Joe Biden. Corporate Uncle Joe. That's what I call him. Handsy Uncle Joseph, as Kyle Kalinske calls him on Secular Talk. So, if he doesn't provide for the working class and just does a bunch of corporate welfare and corporate policies, now what's corporate welfare? Well, giving them a bunch of money every single month. Think about it as Social Security. You get welfare checks. Well, they get welfare checks, and they're worth billions of dollars while you get screwed. And they say, oh, your kids are turning 18? I'm going to take money away from you, whereas they give them more money. Okay, now, so if he continues his corporate agenda, which he absolutely will, guess what? Kamala Harris is set to poised to possibly take over. Hell no. Hell no. Let's primary the crap out of her. Primary the hell out of her. And let's put a progressive in there. And let's put Nina Turner in there. Okay. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. So why Nina Turner? Because Nina Turner was a city council member And then in 2008 was gonna campaign for the House seat that we're asking her to run for now. So she was gonna run for the House seat, and then decided not to, and decided to campaign for the state Senate. Oh look, people elected her to the state Senate in the entire state of Ohio. In the entire state of Ohio, and then she was there until 2014, 2015, something like that. 2015. Well, she left in 2015, obviously. She had to. Then she became a huge leader in the progressive movement. We need someone in the working class in there. Now, I'm going to get to that in a second. But, so Nina Turner, then becomes Bernie Sanders' national co-chair. One of her co-chairs. The others were Ro Khanna, Ben Cohen from Ben & Jerry's, and, I'm forgetting already. Damn it. Oh, well. Whatever. That was the past. But, Carmen Cruz from Puerto Rico, who had drama with Trump because Trump's a little baby. Anyway, so she became a national co-chair for someone who's been in the fight for the movement for 40 years. He effed it up here in the end of his time, really. But, 40 years of him saying the same things. Medicare for all, jobs for all, housing for all, college for all, forgive student debt, forgive medical debt, legalize weed, prison reform, criminal justice reform, actual criminal justice reform, not these little baby steps that these corporate Democrats and these corporate shills take, right? And she wants to get, I said jobs for all of that, the Green New Deal. Bernie Sanders supported all of that, was a proponent of all of that. And guess what? Nina Turner is all about that. Now, I want to show you what Nina Turner is all about, and then I'm going to come back and talk about her. I'm talking really fast because I am trying not to make this video too long, but I love Nina Turner. If you don't know who she is, look her up, find her on YouTube. But guess what? I got a clip for you. It's from MSNBC. She's with Stephanie Ruhle, corrupt Stephanie Ruhle, and I'm going to go over a clip about her coming up in the next couple days. But anyway, so she's on MSNBC. She asks her a question. Stephanie Ruhle asks her a question, and look what kind of boss she is. Look how much of a boss she is. She open-handed slap, boom, just boom. Once again, boom. I know I'm slapping myself. You're like, he's weird. Yeah. Just look at this, and you tell me you wouldn't want this woman running for that seat.
James Carville made the argument over the weekend that Senator Sanders isn't a Democrat, he's an ideologue, and we've got to get practical. If he is the candidate, he is not going to be able to help win over the Senate. And unless you have the Senate, if you've just got the White House, you ain't going to get nothing done.
Stephanie, does practical mean that the 89 or so million people who are uninsured or underinsured in this country continue to suffer? Does being practical mean that we don't take steps in this country to deal with climate chaos and bring world leaders to bear? Does being practical mean that we continue to prop up a legal system that is unjust in every stretch of the imagination, that bears its weight down on black men and black women, and then by extension, if you are Hispanic or indigenous or poor? Does being practical mean that we don't say to the American people that you deserve better than what you are getting? That's not the kind of practicality we want. Does practical mean that you hold fundraisers and wine caves with Swarovski crystals with billionaires who want to control this system? Does practical mean we continue to go with the status quo while 500,000 people sleep on the streets at night? That's not practicality. So with all due respect to Mr. Carville, what the American people in this country need, they need somebody that is unabashed and that has the courage and the conviction to stand up for them and to call out the rigging of this system. And that candidate is Senator Bernie Sanders.
So I love that. I love that. Hey, you dumbass. Why do we want to be practical? How about we stop being practical? Does practical mean that we have 87 million people uninsured or underinsured? Uninsured. That means when you go to the doctor, you don't have health care. You got to pay a $50 copay. $200 for medications. Like $700 for medications because you don't have insurance that covers you because you're out of network. You need back surgery. Your son is to see a specialist, and now he can't because he's out of network. We have 500,000 people sleeping on the streets. We got every single bridge in California has people living under it. And we've got a Democratic supermajority in the House, in the Senate, and the gubernatorial seat. Gavin Newsom's in there. And yet we've still got 50 million people in California, and at least half are living really in the entire state. It's got the 5th largest economy in the world, bigger than Russia, bigger than the US combined. It's got people living under the bridges. We've got 100,000 veterans on the streets. Great, we send you to war, and for no reason, because we want to get rich off of them, and then come here, you don't have healthcare, you don't have housing, you don't have schooling, nothing. Okay, and then she says, well, we've got a criminal justice system that is unfairly racist, and a legal system that puts indigenous people, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos. We got black people, brown people, people of all colors except white people, the white bread people, being put in prison for obvious reasons because the system is racist, and we need to change that. And then, she's like, we got to stand up for the working class. What the American people want is someone who's going to go up to Wall Street and say, now shut the up and sit the hell down. I'm going to change these rules. You can like it or dislike it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to do this for the American people. I'm not going to vote for no bloated military budget. I'm not going to vote for FISA, which is the Federal Intelligence Surveillance Agency or whatever it is, and it basically allows the government to illegally spy on you. They now included web browser spying, where they can spy on whatever you search, they can spy on the videos you watch, they can spy on all of your work, they can spy on every single thing about you. She's not going to vote for that. She's not going to vote for a criminal justice system that unfairly and incarcerates more people than any other country. 2.5 million people in prison. She's not going to vote for that. Why would she vote for that? That's ludicrous, ridiculous. No reason she would vote for that. She's not going to vote for not legalizing weed. She's going to vote for legalizing weed. She's not going to vote for anything unless it involves Medicare for all, housing for all, jobs for all, college for all, Green New Deal, capping interest rates, abolishing ICE, and no, ICE is not a part of Border Patrol. They already control the border. We don't need ICE. Forgiving student debt, forgiving medical debt, none of this mealy-mouthed, dumb crap that Joe Biden's pulling. This woman would help you if you're in Ohio and help the entire country. She's not going to vote to give federal subsidies to companies for offshoring their jobs and moving them overseas and leaving you without a job. She's not going to vote for something like PNTR like Joe Biden did. She's not going to vote for something like NAFTA or endless wars like Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, Pakistan, Libya, Syria, Africa, and anywhere else we're bombing. She's not going to vote for any of that. She's going to vote for what makes people happy, what keeps people healthy, what puts more money into your pocket, paid family leave, paid medical leave, paid vacation time. There are countries that offer 12 weeks of vacation time. There are countries that offer 3 months, 6 months. She's going to vote for UBI, $2,000 a month. This is the kind of person we need in Congress who understands the working class, says F you to Wall Street. See this finger? Let me. Yeah. That finger. Yeah. F you to Wall Street. F you to the prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex, the defense contractors who all send us into illegal endless wars and unfairly incarcerate African Americans, Hispanics, indigenous, and other kinds of peoples around the country. She's not going to vote for any of that. She's going to say F you to them and the pharmaceutical companies who price gouge you, and she's going to vote to let Medicare negotiate with the pharmaceutical companies, and she's going to vote to make it to where they can't price gouge you, and you'll be able to afford your medication, and oftentimes you won't even have to worry about that because Medicare for all would cover it. Oh yeah, she'd support that. She's not going to vote with Wall Street to give them more tax breaks. That's the kind of person you need. And you want to know who lost seats in the House? Conservative Democrats who opposed Medicare for all. You want to know who won? 90 to 91% people who actually supported Medicare for all. So the conservative voice in Congress is shrinking little by little. I wish it would shrink more, but it's shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And we get Nina Turner in Congress. I think she could be the squad leader, and I think that she would be the wrecking ball we need in Congress. Because right now, our squad is weak as hell. And I mean, look, we've already got it growing. We've got Raul Grijalva, Pramila Jayapal, Ro Khanna. Then we have AOC, Ayanna Presley, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar. And then now they're weak because all of them freaking voted for the largest upward transfer of wealth in the human race. But then we also have Murray Newman, Mondaire Jones, Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman. That's 10. Then we got Barbara Lee. Then we got Karen Bass. Then we got Mark Pocan. You know, now Mark Pocan really he pissed me off. But I mean, I just listed 13 people there. Let's leave it at 12 because I don't know about Mark Pocan anymore. Really, he's not really progressive. But I mean, it's growing and growing and growing. So if we could have Nina Turner in there, boy, whoo, yeah. Nina Turner's running for Congress, and I will do what I can on this channel. Hopefully, by the time the special election happens, if Marcia Fudge goes for that seat, which most likely she will, because Joe Biden's trying to get all the diversity he can, all the diverse people. Hopefully, my channel is bigger. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help us get bigger. This is not just my channel. This is you guys. You guys power me. I don't have billion-dollar contracts. I don't have MSNBC and war people helping me out. I have you helping me out. Let's get bigger. Let's get stronger. And let's join TYT, Secular Talk, Jimmy Dore, The Rational National, The Humanist Report, the Michael Brooks Show, which RIP Michael Brooks, Sam Sater, which is the Majority Report, Kim Iverson. Let's join Dylan Radigan, Chris Hedges. Let's join all of them. Jesse Ventura. You know, let's join all of them and get Nina Turner in Congress. It needs to happen.